When we think of forests, we usually imagine tall trees, rustling leaves, sunlight squeezing through branches. But there's another kind of forest on our planet, one that doesn't reach towards the sky, but grows toward the light filtering down from above. A forest built not by roots and wood, but by thousands of tiny animals that look almost too delicate to shape anything at all. This is the coral forest, one of Earth's calmest and most misunderstood living worlds. If you were to descend into warm, clear ocean water and drift slowly downward, you would start to see hints of color taking shape beneath you. What looks like flowers or stone sculptures are actually coral colonies, and each coral is built by countless individual polyps, creatures so small you could fit several on your fingertip. They extend their tiny tentacles at night, catching microscopic food drifting through the current, and during the day they rely on sunlight through a partnership that keeps the entire reef alive. Inside each coral polyp is a microscopic algae partner called zooxanthellae. These algae photosynthesize sunlight and supply the coral with energy. In return, the coral gives them protection and nutrients, and thanks to this quiet cooperation, coral forests glow in colors that seem almost unreal. Deep blues, neon greens, soft pinks, glowing yellows. It's like nature was painting in slow motion for thousands of years. But coral forests are more than beautiful. They're architects of entire ecosystems. As corals grow and stack layer by layer, they form ridges, towers, and canyons underwater. These structures create hiding places, nurseries, feeding grounds, and shelters for nearly a quarter of all marine life. That's millions of species, from tiny shrimp to enormous sea turtles, all relying on the framework that coral provides. Swimming through a coral forest feels like wandering into another world. Shoals of fish weave in and out like flocks of birds. Some species have formed their entire lives around single coral structures. Clownfish live protected among anemones. Parrotfish nibble algae off coral surfaces, keeping the reef clean. Moray eels watch from crevices like silent guardians. Even sharks patrol the edges of these forests, cruising slowly through the water as sunlight dances across their bodies. And it's not just animals that rely on coral forests. Humans do too, even if we don't always realize it. Coral reefs help protect coastal cities by absorbing the energy of waves and storms. They support food chains and fishing economies. They generate oxygen, stabilize ecosystems, and host chemical compounds that researchers study for potential medicines. But for all their importance, coral forests are fragile. A few degrees of temperature change, a rise in acidity, or polluted runoff can stress the coral. When the coral algae partnership breaks down, the coral turns white. This is coral bleaching, a sign that the coral is starving. Sometimes the coral can recover if conditions improve quickly. Other times, the forest becomes a silent skeleton. Yet even in their fragility, coral forests are resilient when given a chance. Scientists have seen damaged reefs regrow when water quality improves and temperatures stabilize. Coral fragments can reattach and rebuild. New polyps settle in like seeds. Fish slowly return. And over years, sometimes decades, the forest can come back to life, one branch at a time. Some coral forests have existed for thousands of years, silently building their world millimeter by millimeter. Others grow fast, rising into new formations as if trying to reach the sun. Each reef has its own personality. Some are labyrinths of branching coral that look like frozen fireworks. Others resemble giant stone plates stacked in layers. Some form soft, waving gardens that sway like fields of grass beneath the waves. What makes these forests so peaceful is not just their beauty, but their pace. Everything here moves slowly. Growth is slow. Life is slow. Even the water seems to drift more gently through the reef. It's the kind of place that makes you feel time has softened, almost pausing as the forest lives at its own rhythm. So the next time you imagine the ocean, don't just think about the waves. Think about the calmness beneath them as well. This is the coral forest, a home to countless species we always overlook